And this demonstration is intended to give our customers some basic knowledge about the Mixrite water-powered proportioning pump. The Mixrite is actually a piston pump which is powered by water that draws chemical in through the bottom, through the chemical suction line, and mixes it with water and then pushes it downstream. Very efficient device because it only uses 20% of the water pressure to create the pumping action, draw the chemical up, mix it with water, and push it downstream. The Mixrite is also made of corrosion-resistant materials, so it is resistant to most chemicals that we use in our industry. One of the other unique features of the Mixrite is that it is not affected by the length of hose that's downstream of the unit or the size of the nozzle. For instance, if you're using a Mixrite in a spray arch application and half of the nozzles are clogged for some reason, the Mixrite will still deliver the correct percentage of chemical to the remaining open nozzles, giving you a good spray pattern out of those nozzles and the correct amount of chemical. Demonstration today with a foaming alkaline degreaser that is similar to products used by many of our customers in this industry. We're going to start by making 60 gallons a minute of shaving cream type foam with the Mixrite and a foam generator. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the other things we're going to do here is demonstrate one of the unique characteristics of the Mixrite and a foam generator, and that is the ability to dry out the foam. So I'm going to back off on my water pressure and create an imbalance and dry out the foam. Make foam that looks like styrofoam peanuts. I'm going to add more water and get more shaving cream type foam. We're going to now fill this 30-gallon container with foam. Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the demonstration involves a Mixrite, a 4% model, 573, and our foam wand and quick disconnect spray gun. What we're going to do is position this foam wand so that it's 4 feet from the back of the spray booth, and we're going to show you the effect of different nozzles and how they affect the throw of the foam and the dryness of the foam. And that test will start in just a moment. This part of the demonstration is using our 6-gallon a minute nozzle with the 292 QD foam wand. You can see the quality of the foam. We're actually a little bit further than 4 feet from the back of the booth. However, you can still see that the distance is very good and the quality is very good. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our second demonstration. This is with a 3-gallon a minute nozzle and a 573 Mixrite pulling a 4% solution of foaming alkaline degreaser. You can see that the quality of the foam is slightly drier. You can see that the distance is very good. The cling is a little bit better than with the 6 gallon a minute nozzle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third test. This is with a 2 gallon a minute nozzle through the same Mixrite with the same foam wand. You can see that the foam is getting drier and it clings better and it stays in place longer. It's more like shaving cream. And this is without compressed air. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final test. This is using a 1 gallon a minute nozzle with our 4% solution of a foaming alkaline degreaser. You can see that the foam quality is even drier, so it clings better. I want to also add that all of these tests have been done with 40 pounds of water pressure through the Mixrite. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point I'd like to show you a couple features of the Mixrite. One of them is that on all the units there's an option of being able to turn the chemical off and allowing the water to flow. The models 571, 573, 575 have this option when you order it. But what happens is when you push down on the top knob and twist it 90 degrees, it stops the piston from moving, thus preventing the unit from drawing any more chemical. The water will still flow through the body, but yet it will not draw chemical. I'd like to also show you how easy it is to take the Mixrite apart. You can virtually dismantle this unit completely with your bare hands. You can snap different parts off. You can take it down to the basic components very easily with your bare hands. There's only a few things that need tools. You'll need a Phillips screwdriver to remove those screws from the top, and you'll need a coin or a flat blade screwdriver to remove this clip which allows you to pull the check valves apart. Other than that, the Mixrite comes apart in your bare hands. You can take it down to the basic parts with just 2 hands. The heart of every Mixrite is this piston assembly right here, which we call the engine. The engine is the part that actually diverts the water flow and makes it move up and down to create the pumping action. These are the lip seals. They're replaceable. Unlike our competitors, these lip seals can be soaked in hot water and removed, and the new ones can be soaked in hot water and installed very easily. Therefore, you save the expensive part of the device and just replace the lip seals when they get worn. Basic component draw of the Mixrite, you remove this U-clip and you turn the lower part of the unit counterclockwise to decrease the amount of chemical that you want to use. So in other words, as you lengthen the lower part of the unit, you will draw less chemical. To increase the amount of chemical that you're using, then you turn the unit clockwise, the lower part of the unit clockwise, and you will shorten it and you will increase your chemical usage. In the lower part of the unit here, we have a check valve that's held in place by this cap nut. When you remove the cap nut, you can pull the check valve out. In the check valve, you have a Buna O-ring and a 302 stainless steel spring. In the bypass models, the spring will be Hastelloy and the O-ring will be Viton. That'll make it so it'll survive some of the nastier chemicals that some of our customers use. This part of the cylinder is polyethylene, and the piston, if you can possibly see it, rides up and down inside this polyethylene cylinder. As I'll show you here in a second, it's very easy to reassemble this. You just insert this back in, take this cap nut and screw it on, and then you can reinstall this U-clip and it's locked in place. In closing, I'd like to say there are 9 versions of the Mixrite presently. We can draw as little as 0.2% and we can draw as much as 10%. Also, there are 4 bypass models available. All of them will be designed to handle the nastier chemicals that we see in the industries that we service with DEMA products. We'd like to thank you for showing some interest in DEMA and our products and the Mixrite. Thank you.